I'm just gonna say it. So I don't have my ring on my finger. This is not what I want. That was tough. I feel really good.
This is not a business deal.
I think that was just like, a huge red flag. We've just decided not to have a wedding. 3, 2, 1. Can we drink wine first?
Yeah. Microphone? It's like you don't even know how to YouTube.
Oh, wow. This is good.
Yeah.
Where did you buy it?
The Tesco's, because you didn't have ID, so you got refused because people think you're young.
It's really good. I'm not sure if I like your hair. I don't know, you look like young version of Hitler. Hello everybody, this is Soomin.
And this is James.
And welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special day, which is why we dress up nicely and I put some makeup on my face. It's been such a long time.
I had to shower and put on deodorant, special occasion.
We've decided to dress up nicely for today because a year ago today, right over there.
Yeah, just right there.
We got engaged. He proposed to me. We were in the lockdown.
The first lockdown.
And then now we're in a...
Third lockdown.
Yeah. And then I don't have my ring on my finger because we decided to cancel our wedding and we're not going to get married forever. I'm canceling everything.
Well, my fart's too stinky.
I haven't got the ring back yet because, the diamond has fell on. Earlier in December, we went to the jewelry shop to fix it. But then lockdown started. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have...
We've been waiting for them to open again so we can go and collect it.
Yeah, hopefully, they open next week or...
It should be after the 12th.
Yeah.
They've announced it now.
So hopefully I can get my ring back because not having engagement ring sort of gave me the idea of me being not engaged. Do you know what I mean? So today's video is going to be our big decision / an announcement. So basically, we cancel our wedding that is supposed to happen in June this year. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video today.
Yeah, bye. I mean, maybe we should say that we are having a wedding at some point.
Yeah, so...
No, we cancelled it by...
Yeah, so if you watch the video that I went to Korea last year, then you would probably know that I went to Korea to prepare for the wedding. We were supposed to have a Korean wedding first and then the year later having a British wedding here in the UK. That was our original plan. And we got a wedding date, which is our anniversary, because I'm really bad with remembering dates. So I thought it would be very convenient if you just have one anniversary in our life. So until January this year, we were quite hopeful. Yeah, we thought maybe the lockdown is gonna
end, and then hopefully we'd be able to fly there. But it's just getting stricter, so.
Basically, after the third lockdown, national lockdown in the UK was released, that was the moment when we realized that, we might not be able to fly back to Korea. So we were thinking about having a wedding. We were having a second thought.
Yeah.
Well, technically, we can fly back to Korea and have a wedding because he was going to get 3 weeks of holidays for the wedding anyways. But we were like... Is it worth it having a wedding during this, global pandemic? To be completely honest, I got to rethink about our wedding. And then I realized that I decided to have a wedding ceremony for my parents, not for us. I mean, my parents, because even though my parents are very understanding of our situation, like living together without getting married, because, my parents... trust me. So I'm very grateful for having my parents. But I felt like I had that pressures that I have to have a wedding ceremony for my families. In Korea, still we have that tradition that you have to get married. You have to, put the stamp on the legal documents. And I completely understand that because I was born and raised in Korea. So I am very familiar with that idea. But the wedding ceremony that I planned in Korea wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
I was thinking to have a very small wedding in a very small wedding venue, inviting like very close friends and family, like maximum 30 people. But then my parents' minimum wedding guest was 300. So we started from like a very different ideas. Here's the thing. The reason why we were able to think about planning weddings is because we are quite lucky to have our parents. Well, how do I put this in nicely? Because I don't want to be...
They've both been very helpful.
I'm just going to say it. So my parents were going to pay the entire fee for Korean wedding because we were inviting James's family to Korea. So they are very happy to, support financially. But then as a thank you, gesture, James's parents also said, oh, then we're going to take care of the wedding here in the UK. It's not a Korean thing or, British thing. It's just our family thing. So we were very lucky to, even plan the wedding, however we want. Yeah. Maybe because of that, I don't know. I felt more pressure, definitely. And also I didn't like the fact that I have to invite a lot of people that I don't know. They might know me because they heard about me or they saw me when I was really, really young. But then more than 90% of the wedding guests that I had to invite for the Korean wedding is the people that I don't know. So basically we were inviting strangers to our wedding. That was giving me anxiety. I don't know, like every steps of wedding preparation was so stressful. So I remember I was in Korea pretty much every time when I call you, I was just crying because I was so stressed. I just wanted to get things done as soon as possible. There was no romantic side of wedding planning at all. But I thought that was what's supposed to be. Now that we realize that it's not what we really want.
Because I wasn't basically involved in the planning of the Korean one, it made it quite hard because I essentially didn't have an input because I was here when you were planning everything. I couldn't go to Korea to help with anything. And obviously you were very stressed with everything.
Yeah. And also the Korean wedding culture, like some of them were really hard.
Businessy.
Yeah. He didn't mention anything while I was preparing for it because he literally said all the process that I was planning would make me happy because these are Korean cultures and you didn't want to say anything that would upset me.
If you wanted to have a Korean wedding in the completely Korean way, then I'd be completely fine with it. But it wasn't making you happy, that was the problem.
Yeah. The reason why basically I decided to cancel the Korean wedding is when you said, I want to have a wedding because you want to look back in the future and saying like we were very happy back then. And then that sort of hit me because I wouldn't think I'm going to look back and think, oh, that was such a happy memory. Yeah. So it's like, this is not what I want at all. And this is not romantic at all. And this is not what our wedding is supposed to be. Yeah.
We are still going to get married at some point in the future. Yeah. But we're going to wait till essentially all of the lockdown, COVID-y stuff is gone and we can just plan what we want.
Yeah.
The fact that logistically we couldn't do it anyway because effectively the quarantine I'd have to do there would leave me 2 days to get married before I'd have to fly back and things like that sort of was a blessing in disguise. And the fact we're having to cancel it is a blessing in disguise because we can now really do it the way we want to do it and sort of not have to worry about either pleasing your family or pleasing mine. Yeah. Obviously it'll be a factor in it, but we'll just sort of say this is the wedding we want, this is how we want to do it.
Yeah. I think we just didn't know what we were doing. Yeah. For the entire time. Didn't know.
That sums up our life, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Do we ever know what we're doing?
Well, I still don't know if this is the right choice, but I know for sure that we are fine living together without wedding ceremony. It doesn't really matter.
See, what's kind of weird is I kind of want to have a wedding ceremony where you're kind of not fussed and it's meant to be the other way around. I want the princess wedding in the castle. You just don't care. Yeah,
I think, my attitude, my attitude didn't help because I thought I would be much more happier when I was choosing the dress, choosing the shoes, because it's a special dress, you know? Like, even though I'm not that, you know, princessy type of person.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah. I thought, you know, that would make me happy, at least, you know, excited. But no, it was so stressful. I just wanted to
be done with it.
Yeah, I didn't want to show my fancy dress to other people, and you know, it was so stressful.
Yeah.
I remember one day I asked my mom, were you like anxious? Were you worried? Like, were you so stressed when you were planning your wedding? Because I don't feel happy at all. I'm not sure if this is what it's supposed to be.
To be honest, and this might be a bit like big-headed of me, but I think because I wasn't there, it was worse. Like, I could do something. I'm not completely useless.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but I would be still stressful because you know.
It would still be stressful, but we'd be stressed together.
Yeah.
So it'd be like half.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I was feeling quite lonely because I have to be in charge of every single thing. That was tough. It's sunny again. It was literally snowing.
At the start of this video, I don't know if you can see outside, but it was snowing.
Yeah.
And now it's sunny.
Like, we couldn't film outside because it was snowing, and now it's sunny. And I'm sure it's gonna be raining soon. This is like our life in a nutshell. But I really have to say, after I talked to my mom and dad and your parents that we are canceling the wedding and we don't know when we're gonna get married, I feel really good. Like, it felt like, you know, all the pressures on my chest were gone.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm finally relaxed. I feel free now.
Yeah.
I feel so...
Not that free, though. You can't go running off with some other British guy because he's slightly taller than me or anything.
But I'm not saying I'm having a second thought of getting married to this guy, because that's, you know, I made a decision and I'm still committed to this relationship.
This is not a business deal. Stop saying you made a decision. Say you're still in love. I made the decision, so I might as well just carry on with him.
I mean, the ring is pretty, and he occasionally buy me like very sparkly things. So I might just, you know, carry on with this decision.
The ring is pretty, but I'm not.
Well, this is another thing. We are completely fine with our lives. There was like one thing that made us really stressed all the time, and that was wedding. I think that was just like, you know, a huge red flag. The fact that we weren't really comfortable.
We weren't enjoying any part of it. Because weddings are stressful, and when we plan it, it will be stressful in the future. But there's going to be moments we enjoy. Especially when we like try cakes and stuff. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. And because, you know, I was planning everything with all the restrictions of pandemic.
It's literally like the only way you could do it.
Yeah, I had less options. I had limited plans. So to be honest, I just wanna not talk about the wedding for the next year or two, because I was too stressed, and now I just don't want to talk about it at all. But I'm sure some of my friends who knew that I was gonna get married in June, and also some of our subscribers would ask about the wedding at some point, because you know, they saw us preparing for the wedding last year. They might wonder, why is it not happening? We've just decided not to have a wedding, and that's it.
Not forever though. We will have one at some point.
Yeah.
Like, you need to emphasize that. It just sounds like you're saying, yeah, wedding's off, we're not having one. Screw it. We are not planning on having a wedding anytime soon.
Apparently.
Damn. Savage. Do you still love me even though I have terrible hair?
Yeah.
That's true love right there.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I think that's it. I don't know how to finish the video. You finish.
Bye-bye.
No, be more like passionate about the ending, James.
Okay. Bye-bye.